Worst hair mistakes. Men making these need to stop. Ever wondered why your hairstyle isn't working for you? You're putting in the effort, right? Maybe even splashing out on some fancy products. Well, lads, I'm here to tell you it might be down to some pretty basic hair mistakes. Today, we're tackling the top 10 worst hair mistakes grown men make. We're talking about the kind of slip-ups that can take you from dapper to drab in a flash. So grab a brew, get comfy, and let's have a proper look at how to avoid these hair horrors. Right, first up, we're tackling those furry caterpillars creeping down your face. Overgrown sideburns. They can turn a sharp, clean look into a scruffy mess in no time. Now, I'm not saying you need to go full military buzz cut here. That's a bit extreme for most of us. But let those sideburns get too long and, well, trust me, it ain't a good look. They start to blend into your beard or just hang there awkwardly. Think about it. When was the last time you saw a stylish bloke with sideburns down past his earlobes? Exactly. It's rare because it just doesn't work. Long, unkempt sideburns can make you look older than you are. Way older. They add years to your appearance, and not in a good way. And not in a distinguished silver fox kind of way, more like a I've given up kind of way. Overgrown sideburns. They scream, I couldn't care less. Not exactly the message you want to be sending out, is it? It's like wearing a sign that says, I don't pay attention to details. A quick trim every few days is all it takes to keep things in check. It doesn't have to be a chore. Make it part of your routine. Use a decent trimmer, lads. And for the love of all that is stylish, make sure it's clean. A dirty trimmer can cause irritation and uneven cuts. So, do yourselves a favor and banish those bushy sideburns. You'll look sharper, feel more confident, and send the right message to the world. Right, let's talk about the big old elephant in the room. Or rather, the lack of elephant on the top of your head. Going bald can be a tough pill to swallow, I get it. It's a change that can feel like it's out of your control, and that can be really unsettling. But you know what's worse than going bald? Trying to pretend it's not happening. Denial only makes the situation more stressful. Clinging onto those last few strands for dear life, it's not fooling anyone. In fact, it can make you feel even more self-conscious. In fact, it's probably having the opposite effect. Instead of hiding the bald spot, it draws more attention to it. Trying to comb over a bald spot just makes it look bigger, more obvious. It's like putting a spotlight on the very thing you're trying to hide. And you know what? There's absolutely no shame in rocking a shaved head. Embracing it can be incredibly liberating. Think about it. Jason Statham, Dwayne Johnson, these guys have made bald look badass. Even our very own Prince William, he's embraced it and looks more regal than ever. These lads are rocking the shaved head and looking all the better for it. It's a look that exudes confidence and style. So if you're fighting a losing battle with your hairline, my advice is this. Take control. Own it. Shave it off and wear it with pride. Trust me, a shaved head is confident, it's masculine, and it looks a damn sight better than a dodgy comb-over. Plus, it saves you the hassle of trying to style thinning hair every day. Imagine the freedom of not worrying about your hair. You can focus on more important things, like enjoying life and being your best self. So, embrace the change, shave it off, and step into a new chapter of confidence and self-assurance. You've got this. Right, let's talk about hair products, specifically gel. It's a staple in many grooming kits, but it's easy to get carried away. Now, a little bit of product can go a long way, right? Just a dab can transform your look, giving you that polished, put-together appearance. It can add volume, definition, and hold your style in place. The right amount can make your hair look fuller and more textured. But there's a fine line between using enough gel and, well, looking like you've just been dipped in a vat of it. Too much product can turn a sleek style into a sticky mess. We've all been there, haven't we? That moment when you realize you've gone overboard and your hair feels more like a helmet. You're getting ready for a big night out. You want to look your best, so you reach for the hair gel. It's a crucial part of your routine. But then, somewhere between the bathroom mirror and the front door, things take a turn. You might be in a rush, and suddenly you've got a handful of gel. You've used so much gel that your hair is now rock solid, shiny, and completely immovable. It's like your hair has turned into a sculpture. Not exactly the look you were going for, is it? Instead of looking effortlessly stylish, you end up with a look that's more suited for a wax museum. Too much gel just looks greasy, lads. It can weigh your hair down and make it look oily and unclean. So, how much gel should you use? The answer is simple, less than you think. A pea-sized amount is all you need, max. Rub it between your palms to warm it up, and then work it through your hair, focusing on the roots for volume and the ends for definition. This ensures even distribution without overloading any part of your hair. Take your time to style it properly. Start with a small amount and add more if needed. It's easier to add than to remove excess product. Remember, lads, less is more. A natural, effortless look is always better than a forced, overdone style. Confidence comes from feeling good about your appearance, not from the amount of product you use. Look, we've all had moments of madness, haven't we? That late-night internet shopping spree, that dodgy kebab after one too many pints. But when it comes to your hair, lads, some things are best left to the professionals. Dyeing your hair at home might seem like a good idea at the time. It's cheaper, it's convenient. But trust me, more often than not it ends in disaster. We're talking dodgy colours, patchy coverage, and that telltale orange tinge that screams "I bought this dye at the supermarket checkout." Choosing the right hair colour is a skill, lads. If you're serious about dyeing your hair, do yourself a favour and book an appointment with a professional. They'll be able to advise you on the best colour and technique for your hair type and desired look. Right, let's talk about outdated hairstyles. Now, I'm all for sticking with what you know and love, but when it comes to your hair, there comes a time when you need to move on from the trends of your youth. That slicked back comb-over that you rocked in the 80s. It's not doing you any favours now, mate. In fact, it's probably adding a good decade or two onto your appearance. The key to looking modern and stylish is to choose a hairstyle that suits your age and lifestyle. Talk to your barber about what's current, what would suit your face shape, and what's achievable with your hair type. Remember, lads, a good haircut should enhance your features, not make you look like you're stuck in a time warp. Right, let's talk about those pesky stragglers that like to make an appearance in the most unexpected places, nose and ear hair. Now, I'm not saying you need to be completely hairless like a prepubescent teenager, but a little bit of grooming goes a long way, lads. Think about it. You're chatting to someone, making eye contact, building a rapport, and then bam! They spot a rogue hair dangling from your nostril. It's distracting, it's a bit off-putting, and let's be honest, it's not exactly hygienic, is it? So do yourself and everyone else a favour and invest in a decent trimmer. A quick tidy up once a week is all it takes to keep those unwanted guests at bay. We've talked about the dangers of using too much product, but what about overstyling in general? You know the type. Every single hair perfectly placed, not a strand out of line. Listen, lads, I admire the dedication, I really do. But sometimes, you just gotta let your hair do its thing. When your hair is overly styled, it just looks, well, a bit try-hard, doesn't it? Like you've spent hours in front of the mirror, agonizing over every last detail. The key to good hair, lads, is to find a style that works with your natural texture. If you've got curly hair, embrace the curls. If your hair's a bit wavy, work with the waves. Don't try to force it into submission with a ton of products and heat styling. Remember, lads, confidence is the best accessory. Lads, I hate to break it to you, but your hair isn't invincible. It needs a bit of TLC just like the rest of you. Ignoring your hair health is like forgetting to put oil in your car. It might run for a while, but eventually, it's going to come to a grinding halt. So, what do I mean by hair health? Well, for starters, using the right shampoo and conditioner for your hair type. If you've got dry hair, look for moisturizing ingredients. If your hair's oily, go for something a bit more clarifying. And for the love of all that is good, ditch the 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner. Heat damages your hair, lads, making it dry, brittle, and prone to breakage. So give your hair a break every now and then. Your hair will thank you for it in the long run. Right, let's talk about the elephant in the room, bad haircuts. We've all been there, haven't we? You walk into a barbershop feeling hopeful, maybe even a little bit excited about a fresh trim. But then you walk out looking like you've let your 5-year-old niece loose with a pair of safety scissors. A bad haircut can ruin your whole look, lads. It can make you feel self-conscious, unattractive, and, let's be honest, a bit miffed that you've wasted your hard-earned cash on something that looks like a DIY disaster. That's why it's so important to find a good barber, someone you trust, someone who listens to what you want, and just as importantly, what you don't want. A good barber is worth their weight in gold, lads. They can take your look from drab to fab with a few snips of their scissors. Right, lads. Last but not least, let's talk about face shapes. Now, you might be thinking, what's my face shape got to do with my hair? Well, I'm here to tell you it's got a lot to do with it. Just like certain clothes suit certain body shapes, certain hairstyles suit certain face shapes. You see, the right haircut can help to balance out your features and accentuate your best bits. Got a round face? A hairstyle with a bit of height on top can help to elongate your face. Square jawline? A hairstyle with softer edges can soften your features. The problem is, a lot of lads don't even consider their face shape when choosing a hairstyle. But trust me, taking your face shape into account can make a world of difference. So there you have it, lads. The top 10 hair mistakes grown men make. Avoiding these hair horrors isn't rocket science, is it? It's about taking a bit of pride in your appearance, listening to expert advice, and maybe ditching that dodgy bottle of hair gel that's been lurking at the back of your bathroom cabinet since 1998. Remember, lads, your hair is your crowning glory. It's one of the first things people notice about you. See you in the next video.